Hello guys, Shopper came back once again. You saw the title of the Hajime Ippo round 14-18 came out earlier today, somewhere around 1 o'clock potentially. It's currently 3:38. Hopefully I can get this out before 10 o'clock. It's a computer choose to act right, but let's get right to the chapter. Let's get right into it. Misha prepares for his lightweight world title match for his Puerto Rican opponent, the Bad Boy of Puerto Rico. For his opponent, the Bad Boy Puerto Rican opponent. There was some chatter. I hate the fact that my email is connected to it. There was a person who brought up that what if Marius Rosario fought Mike Elliott, and on the Reddit, somehow my email is connected to that account. I don't know how I got to figure out how to cancel all that. But I don't recall anything being mentioned that he fought anybody with a rough style. But hey, I could be wrong. Who knows? I could be wrong. Round 14-18, Marcus Rosario. So it is picking up from last chapter. So, it seemed like a ball is dropping. And someone says Marcus Rosario. Marcus Rosario? He's like the strongest man in the world in my weight class. I heard he's the strongest guy. He's a strongest guy? And I believe that's the scare. Kimura's like, oh. Takamura's like, I don't like the way you're talking. Aoki's like, what do you mean? And then like we get like an outside of the gym. My weight class. You said like you're in the same league. And strongest, the fuck out of here with that condescending tone. The likes you really going to cop an attitude like that towards the world champion. Aoki's like, I'm ranked 3rd in Japan. That's a big deal. Yeah. And Takamura's like, okay, go beat him. Oh wait, you can't. You don't have a world ranking. Aoki's like, I'm sorry. I don't know if he's really crying or he's pretending crying. I don't know. As Takamura looks like a One Punch Man character right now. He actually looks like Saitama. And there's the guy who says, Marcus Rosario, the world champion who Mishibushi is challenging. Rosario, you think he's some type of guy who carries a rosary with him? Referring to a cross necklace. I believe this, Kimura's like, that would be cool. I wonder if he's related to a priest. A cross? A Takamura. That's how he would stomach the Grim Reaper. And somebody says I don't know if it's a Yoki or not. It says it's not Dracula. Takamura forms a cross with his arms and smacks me in the face with it. Takamura's like, exorcism or universal. God is always with you. And Yoki's like, Grim Reaper has a character for God in it too. Takamura's like, And Ippo says, actually, something like God doesn't apply to him. 25 whites, 20 wins, 2 losses, 18 KOs, 3 contests. He's 26 years old, a southpaw type fighter. It looks like he got 3 non-contests. Of course, the illegal blows, non-contest. And Kimura's like, what happened there? He was like, there was a headbutt in the early round and got his guy, and his opponent got 2 blows to continue. And the guy like, oh, so an accident. And Kimura's like, what about his 2 losses? And he was like, there was a headbutt, and his opponent got bloodied. And the guys are shocked. And he was like, he's an aggressive infighter in the southpaw too. That really makes it easy for him the headbutts to happen. I watched his tapes again and again, and I couldn't determine if there was clearly fouls or not. I don't want to think he was on purpose, but in the article, Fuji called him the Bad Boy of Puerto Rico. See why Ippo got so serious over this. And Oki's like, I mean, 3 no context. Kimura's like, that doesn't sound like no accident. No, that sounds like an accident. And the guy could like sound like he's way off of being God. And Takamura's like, well, in that case, a confrontation with Bad Boy sounds entertaining. And Kimura's like, a Bad Boy? That's musical too, no? Takamura's like, well, it's not like he's waving a sword downtown or firing a few rounds. If he went that far, he'll be a criminal, not a boxer. I mean, he's a world champion after all. So then, what do we think? The Bad Boy, the Bad Boy of Puerto Rico. What the hell kind of guy is he? I'm seeing this ball going back and forth to get a nice image of Puerto Rico drawn. And I guess we see a man with a gun, a click. a squeeze, and I guess he's just playing around with the gun. And some guy at the glass like, Marcus, what are you doing? You can't do that in the middle of downtown. And Marcus like, that dog is loud. And the guy with glasses and mustache, Marcus, cut out, there's people around. If you start firing, the cops will be here immediately. It'll be a huge incident. You're the world champion, for God's sake. Don't you understand the position you're in? And Marcus points the gun towards him. You're too loud. The guy shuts up and he shoots at him. And the guy is fearing for his life, sweating, you shot me. And Mazar's like, I missed. We see a picture that looks like Misha in the background, to be continued. Now, with the chapter's name Marcus Rosario, you would expect, especially after that last thing we got from last chapter, that, hey, it'll just be an entire chapter of good old Marcus in Mexico. Well, in Puerto Rico, no. That Mexico thing will get people mad. It was an accident, alright? It was an accident. But no, it's not. It's the good old boys fooling around the gym, on which, too bad Tay Guitar had to wash those tapes with Ippo. And of course, the illegal fouls was going to, of course, they couldn't tell they'd be done on purpose or not. I don't see why Ippo's getting all serious about this. Now, somebody say, well, he got all serious with Sawamura. That was different. That was different. Sawamura, like, there's a difference from having it's like when Shinobu tried to headbutt him, or that other guy who was fighting with, like, the Pacific Oriental was headbutting Mishiba. It's just like, that wasn't major, but it's just between getting hit after the bell and then turning towards your opponent and jabbing your elbow into his head. That's a very large difference, very large. Or kicking Mishima in the head like he's a soccer ball. oh my goodness. Or striking people out on the streets, or just going on a rampage. Sarah Moore was, boy, he was an animal. He was an animal. But he was, like, I always stand by. He was changing. All right, he was changing. And he wasn't a horrible guy. All right, he didn't kill those pigeons. All right, he didn't kill the pigeons. Now, I cannot defend him attacking people on the streets. All right, I can't defend that. All right, I can't. Or his illegal blows. Hey. But he was changing, man. He was changing. You could see it in his eyes. You could see it in his motivation. He was becoming a better person. But I didn't expect this from the chapter. I would have preferred a chapter would just focus on Marcus. But then you get to see his full design. I get to that. But the way what Takamura just said to Aoki is quite messed up at the beginning. Maybe it's just me. So I'm the one who said, well, you know, Kimura Aoki's never going to become world champion or anything like that. But it's good that Aoki at least believes that if he does become Japanese champion or whatever, that he can push forward beyond, unlike with Ippo when he lost Miyata and then he was just fighting just to be fighting. He was no longer fighting to find out what it means to be strong. He lost his motivation. He just completely crumbled. Or end up like Kimura, who's just, he's fighting because he's fighting. That's just it. So at least Aoki does have a belief in himself, have some type of motivation to continue his career, and actually have ideas and aspirations. If we're talking more to shoot him down like that, it's just, I understand the whole strongest comment, but okay, then go beat him. Oh wait, you can't. You don't have a world ranking. That literally, like, this entire panel looks like he's at a One Punch Man. Maybe it's just, and then why is Aoki breaking down crying about it? It's just, he wouldn't fold over like that. I thought he had a conversation with Tomiko about how Takamura treat him. And then when Takamura brought up the whole cross thing as a joke, I thought it would just be a joke. He's roughly, I think Mishiba was like, he should be like 26, 27, 28, somewhere around there. They're roughly the same age. And with the whole headbutting thing, it was already known that he was fouling, so hearing the guys talk about it, just a reiteration of the same thing. Don't see why, I don't know. Unless Ippo's gonna go in there and put in some good old rounds with Mishiba to help him train for this. Or you bring up the good old boy Sawamura. I don't see what's him being all serious about this. He's not going to do anything and help out Mishiba or anything like that. It's always possible. I'm a sucker to see Mishiba and Ippo spar, especially at that last thing. But I really hope Marcus Rosario is a counterpuncher. If he is not, the fight is worthless to me. Because when he was going against Shinobu, it was just like if he was a counterpuncher, that was the last thing. If he was like Miyata, but no, he's not a hybrid fighter. He's just an arm-bull Russian arm fighter, and he's another Mr. Illegal Blow man. Now, ironically, unlike with Jimmy Fiston with the J on his face, Marcus Rosario actually have a cross tattoo on his head. That's not a joke. Like you can see in the thumbnail and everything. That his actual design. I thought he had black hair, or something, but we'll get to that. But Takamura's like he's going around just shooting at people in the streets. He'll be a criminal, not a boxer. Bernard Hopkins was he committed a crime, went to jail. From that same logic, Booker T should be a rationalist since he robbed multiple Wendy's and did the time for it and then changed his life around. Just does not make sense talking more. But yeah, United States, there are boxing programs in some prisons. I don't know if they have it anymore, but Bernard Hopkins is a product of it. I think Sonny Liston as well is also a product of it. It's not some type of unknown thing that someone who used to do time and bad decisions in life returned to boxing. They help change their life around. So even Jersey Joe Walcott, he was like a family man of 9 children and used to be a basic worker until he became a boxer. Was able to get the world champion, then he lost the championship. Because when he got the championship from Charles, boy, that one of the most vicious punches I've ever seen. And like I forgot, Randy Boy Jr. hit the guy with the same punch. Will you ever see a person's head just turn a complete 200? They're going to sleep. They're not getting up from that. And he put Charles to sleep for good. So, really did hope. I really did hope the chapter would be about Marcus, but it's not. And we don't know the guy's name he's talking to, so I guess the whole bullet thing that's been waving around was just the barrel in the darkness. And it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Marcus' design. I don't know what's that on the top of his head. Why he gotta have the cross on his forehead like that, like he's another final member of XXX or somebody else. And he's just waving the gun around, and then he shoots the gun, and then he shoots a picture of Mishima, but shoots the corner of it, and it's just, I don't know. This all could just be to hype up how much of a bad boy, how much of an animal he is. But it's just I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't feel the same. It's just not the same. Especially when compared to somebody like Brian Hawk. That fool was an animal. He was absolutely excellent. The man was an animal in the conference room. Outside the conference room, it just didn't matter. Brian Hawk was a true bad boy in New York. The man was an animal. He was an outright savage. He was an absolute animal. He was fantastic. Sadly, that's not what this is. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe we get some more insight on the character. I don't know. I just wish. What? It's only to like page what? Page like what? It's only to like page like 9. I think it's only like a 10-page chapter. It's only to like page like what like 7, 8, where it's just like we actually get to see him on screen. And what is that? He's gonna shoot somebody on outside with a revolver, and then shoot the guy he was talking to. But he missed, and then that's just it. Maybe. I don't know what I was expecting. Who knows? Who knows? Who truly knows? I don't know at this point what I was expecting. I really don't. Especially when it seems like they're pushing for that whole Mishima fight thing, on which... Can we put that on the back burner? Can we focus on some? Can we? Why are we doing this now? Right here now. Even with the whole gag with Takamura, it's just. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't. It's not like we haven't seen this whole. It's a gag. They're joking around, but the next fighter they're doing this and that. It's not like we haven't seen all these gags and incidents before, but this time it just. It doesn't feel the same. it's just like there's so much to explain and to go in more depth on, and the updates on the character where it's just like, if it was like, well, a chapter like 700, 800, where it's just like before he fought Wally, or even after he fought Wally, where, you know, things are just up in the air, just like, who knows where the series could go. It was just like, yeah, it was like fun, it was exciting, it was great, it was just like, yeah, we have all these gaps, but now it's just like, we have multiple different storylines, multiple different plot points, and it seems like Mishiba, it's going to Sendo. What is Miyata doing right now? Can we at least get Tei and Kataru in the ring? Like, seriously, if half of this chapter was Tei and Kataru fighting for the, they get their boxing license, it wouldn't be as big as a problem. But it is, because they're not even in the fucking gym. We're still gonna get some Mishiba infight on the guy. No, we never get Masaru's thoughts on Mishiba, or potentially that blood. Maybe he could be juiced up and decided I want to have a blood blast just like he had with Sawamura. But then again, that would be the same thing with Shinobu. It'd be the same thing with Juan Garcia with the whole temptation of not to do something bad. And if Mishiba don't win this fight, I really don't know how I'm gonna feel, to be honest. If it was anybody besides from Rosario, I would potentially say, you know, it came up short, maybe lost on points, or maybe last round, boom, never saw it coming. Maybe there's a rematch, maybe you gotta go challenge for somebody else. I would say, for him, if Mishiba leads to him, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I just recently dropped One Piece for the whole Eustace Kid situation. It's just, it's not the fact that what happened to Kid did, in case you didn't read it. It's the fact of how it happened and what it means to the rest of the series. Because it just means that nothing changed. Oda's gonna be Oda, and he's gonna just do whatever. We got the world's best world building. That's a lie, because the entire story revolved only one character. At least with Dragon Ball, it became the Goku show, because Goku is the strongest one there. I don't count Super. We all know what Super is, it's a Goku and Vegeta show, and it's all about the new transformation. At least with Naruto, it's actually called Naruto, so I don't understand why people getting upset that, well, the series called Naruto is not focusing on Rock Lee, or Shikamaru or Neji. It's called Naruto. What did you expect? And then if you wanted some insight of those characters, you know what you could have done? You could have voted to get a solo manga on Rock Lee or Neji, but you did it. You voted for Naruto's father, and which more you want to know about him? I don't know. But that One Piece, I can't. And it's the exact same thing that happened with the One Punch Man. I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't. No. Just no. I just know. Maybe it's a good thing for me. I got morals and integrity, but well, I read like 1-2 chapters after I had to start reading that damn thing. I put it down. Same things happen in One Piece. If Mishiba lose, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, to be honest. Against him, it's just purely against him. I'll take a clone of Miyata. He get out punched. He loses, get knocked out with a 5th round. I accept that, but to him, Marcus Rosario, I don't know, man. Because I really don't want to see the exact same trope of where Mishiba, he's going to get somebody who use illegal blows. You know, he going to use his headbutt and the extra elbow. He going to pull in the brass knuckles, and it's not the longest yard. Where every touchdown, where every tackle gonna need an extra elbow, an extra knee stomp. Like, I'm tired of this. How many times you gonna push this same narrative that Mishiba is losing control? Hasn't he learned this already? I really hope they stall in this fight. I really hope that they stall it. We get the fight somewhere around September. We finally answer the questions with Itagaki, Teihei, catch up on the Miyata, and it's just that then we roll into it and finally get an answer to why Ippo is just not doing anything, because I'm tired of this. At first, I was all with it. I was like, yeah, man, this is like, you know, like, it's like, this is like the first time where Ippo is just focused on other characters, follow the channeling camps other characters. I was like, oh yeah, it was fine, it was alright. Especially after Ippo retired, I was on board with seeing the development of other characters like Miyata and Sendo and Mishiba. I was on board with it. I was like rolling and get the hype between Ricardo Martinez and the updates with Billy McCullough. Hey, they dropping belts, they switching things around. We could have a nearly undisputed champion inside the featherweight division. It could be Ricardo, or it could be whoever unifying those belts. However, I was on board. But now, going into the 5th year, like, I can't, like, come on, George. Come on, like, we can't keep doing this shit, man. It's rather he's confirmed or not, please. At this point, I would not even be mad if they confirmed that Ippo's not coming back. I would not. I would fully accept it. That's why I made that video like a while ago. What if he never returns? I'll be okay, but at least it would just be tease, 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 bait, 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 maybe, maybe, maybe. And then, even then, I'll probably be upset because, well, what's going to happen with Tan Kataro? What's going to happen with Itagaki? It's the same thing with One Punch Man, right? One Punch Man became bigger than Saitama as soon as it started to develop the other S-class heroes like Atomic Samurai, Genos, what is this? Amaya's Mask, Super Alloy Darkseid, and what? Child Emperor, and like there's tons of other characters. Pit God, Toximaki, Fubuki, King. It's like it became bigger than Saitama when some of the best moments don't even have Saitama in the screen, or some of the best art. Most of the Monster Association, Saitama wasn't even there. Because at this point, I did believe the whole Ippo is not just about Ippo, so I have had no problem with them developing other characters. But at this point, like this shit's getting ridiculous. Like this is too much. And then they're not even giving us the stuff we want where Ippo is not retired. We're just like, what's going to happen with Itagaki in his slump? What's going to happen? What about Aoki and Shinobu? What about Kimura and what's going to do with his career? What about Tan Katara? What about them? Can we at least get a focus on the gym? Why every 5 minutes we're taking ourselves halfway across the damn planet? I'm tired of seeing Mexico. I'm tired of seeing the Caribbean. I'm tired of shit. Unless it's Takamura going to Vegas, I don't care about what happened outside of Japan. Unless we're going to see who unified the featherweight belts. I don't care. No, not anymore. I just don't. Because I'm tired of these same games, and I'm tired of George yanking the chain. Because at least then, if you was giving him like some further development at the gym, at least then the story be moving somewhere. At least we can close out those story points. But no, just we got 10,000 storylines, and now we're going into another one. Why? Then the character design is just like, ooh, oh boy. Can we at least pull out a Jimmy Fister where the headbutt's made a cross on top of his head? Can we do that? Can we do that? Is it like how Scratch J had the J across his face? No. We gotta get this. Can't see this man's hairline. I don't know what type of style this is. He looks like an art project I made back in high school. But what the hell is this? First I was okay with the silhouette. It was like, he looks pretty cool. Now just like, what the fuck I'm looking at right now, man? What the hell? What the hell is this, man? What is this? And then we get entire chapters about Marcus. Well, most of the chapter doesn't even focus on Marcus. But we don't even know who the guy he's talking to name is. Not even one. Or what his thoughts about Mishima or this upcoming fight. So it's just, is he juiced up to have a fight like Mishima did with Samamura? Is he not? Is it just another casual type thing? I would have preferred an entire chapter taking place in Puerto Rico and find out Marcus Rosario than having these damn Kurogama games and shenanigans. And it's sad because I believe the Kurogama 4 is easily top 4 of the best characters all throughout Ippo. Easily. And I love seeing the guys, but it's just like, not now. Not at this time. No, not at all. Especially with Takamura. I don't want to see Takamura defend his fucking belt against another fucking nobody. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired. Especially after the whole Key Dragon thing. And how that damn fight ended. Oh no, sir, Bob. I'm not trying to see it. Can we get a Takamura opponent saying that he's ducking? Can we get a Takamura opponent saying that he's scared on the news broadcast and y'all have to show it to him? Can we get that? A lot much from America who gets dropped in the first round. Yo, you better shut your bitch ass up. I'm not trying to. That's worse for the body. I would accept if Takamura was to drop this fool like Billy McCullum, but at least it'd be something more just like with Takamura's not just moving up and it's just no one has anything to say about it. And this guy don't have to turn into a rival. He's a one-time character. Takamura's ducking. He's scared. He make a few good points of why he have to defend his belt in other divisions. He gets put to sleep. No one answered it. Hey, Takamura's the king of the face of Japan boxing. It's just that simple. But this, I'm not trying to see this shit. I'm not trying to see another title defense. I'm not. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. I really am. And I'm tired of seeing Mishima going against another in-fighter. Why? Why can't we get him going against an outboxer and have to fight somebody like Miyata? I swear, if Marcus is not a counter specialist inside the pocket, this fight is garbage. I'm not trying to see this shit. I'm not. And I can't take this shit no more, man. I can't. Depending how this stuff play out, I guess I'll still cover it. But, Cause working on my, like, you saw those teasers in the intro of the comic book. Some might say, well, is coming soon. When it's supposed to show up, or there might be one or two person out there interested. I just have uploaded the chat pages. I got like 70 pages on a back burner just doing nothing. Nothing. And like after those 70 pages, I got 13 pages so far. So why haven't I released those 70 pages to fight? And everything else the same, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because of stress. I'm stressed out right now, or well, that would explain like my slow progress on the book. I wouldn't explain why I haven't uploaded that stuff yet. I don't know. I haven't uploaded it. I came with a quick promo. Hey, look, you can go in the description, check out the next episode. It's like 70 pages. Now I'm about to break it up, of course, because it only lasts like 25 megabytes on the whole let's go on Webtoon. So it's just I have to break it up into parts. But it's like 70 pages, already done, colored, got the wording and everything. It's just why haven't I? I just don't know. Similar to how I got actual books of the comic books, and it's just like I'm just treading water. Not even treading water, just doing a donut, just burning out in place at a drag race, just blowing out the tires and everything. It's, I don't know. But for this, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to see the same thing, and at this point, it's coming more and more into question of what this entire thing is even about anymore, because I don't get it. If it's no longer about Ippo, cool, fine. At least can we get some follow-up on some of the other beloved characters that mean something, that you hyped up? Because like Kimura and Aoki nearly went into retirement twice. Even in Kimura's last fight, he's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. At least Aoki got the motivation to continue to improve himself. What did Kimura got? What he got? The Dragon Fist Barrage, that was something. Who knows? I just hope before 2025, especially before 2024, that we get some answers on these characters, because it's just like, George, like, there's, like, I don't, it's whether you forgot them, or they just don't fucking matter. Like, what is, like, why do we need to see Mishiba's world title match? Who are you doing this for? Who's asking for this right now? Who is begging for Ricardo Martinez for Cecilia right now? Who? Is it some Japanese fans that I can't get in contact with? Is it them? Just beating down your door to see if these champions become world champion or not? What about fucking Miyata, for God's sakes? If he's just not gonna do shit, can we at least get an update on him and his father's relationship and what Miyata is doing to his career and how he's just wasting away? We don't even need definitive answers just to see just what Miyata Senior answer him these questions. It's like, son, why are you doing this? Can you at least come to the door? Can you at least answer me? Are you gonna at least speak to me in the gym when I bring up these questions? Or are you just gonna keep ignoring me? Just act like this nap. All I can say is I'm tired. That's it. That's all I can ever say. So, I am tired of the games and the same thing. Cause I'm really there's a reason why I don't cover or read so much stuff. It's not because I don't care, but I enjoy what I enjoy to the fullest. I'm not somebody who's just, well, I'm gonna watch 10,000 different things to hop into with the hot new crowd. I enjoy things and talk about things because I truly enjoy them. I love this stuff. I go in depth about it. I break things like that One Punch Man thing. It was a drug. It was amazing. Come up with theories, connecting things together, find out this and that. It was amazing. Then they have that rip from you, just like, damn. Just like, really? And like, you look at everybody else, it's just like, yup, like a fucking pack of seals. This shit is great. And then there's no update on the webcomic. I'm done. Same thing with the One Piece. You can't act like Luffy's gonna have a rival when there's nobody else who's been up to do what he's able to do or been fleshed out. Nobody. And then anybody who's not Shanks or somebody trash until one point it Scraps Pooh's God tier. Next moment he's trash. How does that happen? In about 2 to 3 chapters. So like I keep saying, like the one as I said, they're gonna be crying because it's not about the current fans, it's the fans afterwards. They ripped Naruto to shreds, but the fan base at least that was honest. They reached Bleach to shreds, but not somehow, oh, the Bleach is the best thing in the world. No, it wasn't. You said it was trash. The last arc was rust and everything was garbage. But now you're the biggest Bleach fan. Boy, y'all scandalous. Y'all don't got no spines. You weak. You don't got no type of integrity. You're just weak. And you think it's funny the One Piece fan, well, everything else was bad because he was the chosen one. Luffy's the chosen one. Well, it was always the chosen one narrative. Really? You're full of shit. I'm telling you, when One Piece ends, they're gonna be crying. They're gonna rip that series to fucking shreds. To shreds. And it's sad because I can see it. And everybody else acting like, well, they're just blind and oblivious. And sometimes I wonder, maybe ignorance is bliss. But then again, I'd rather know than never know. So, it is what it is. Hope you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and let you guys try the thoughts on the chapter 14, 18, because, right now, this is not it, man. This is not it. I'm tired of the games. I want answers. If you can't give me no answers on Ippo, give me answers on something, damn it. Like, I'm tired of shit. I'm tired of jokes, damn it. It's like ever since that fight ended, it's just been just nothing. But been able to be now. Peace.